Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday money on a Money Monday. Welcome on into the show. Good to see everybody. Saw some of you last night with a little look at lines. But now we're not looking ahead. We're on regular lines, regular midday money. Let's pull up some matchups here just because I'm sure, I don't know, maybe somebody's going to ask a question today on some hockey or NBA, college hoops. Who knows? Who knows where the road will take us today? Like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you're watching on YouTube channel, appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, appreciate it. You know, if you're not, haven't followed on Twitter yet, well, you should be. In the chat is the link to the Believe, and that is where all your podcasting prayers are answered. iHeart, Apple, TuneIn, Stitcher, Amazon Music, the whole kit and caboodle. And more importantly, I know Tim's pumped up about this. 48 people in the Republic of France have downloaded the episode. Not too bad in a month and a half. I know what that breaks down to daily. But 18 Canucks, our friends to the north, our maple syrup drinking freaks, 18 of them have listened. Thank you, Canada. Although, since I went back and looked, Colombia, just 3 downloads. I guess I don't cover soccer enough. I'm sorry, Colombia. I mean, anybody remember Juan Valdez? He was great. I like the coffee commercials back in the 80s. Does that get me any more Colombian views? I don't know. And out of the blue, I grab a Republic of the Philippines, 1 viewer. I don't know. There's only been 1. Maybe I made some kind of shoe joke about Imelda Marcos. I don't know. I maybe offended somebody from the Philippines. I'm sorry if I did. Philippines, come back. There's only 1 of you. And I appreciate you for listening. Anyway, let's get to the old recap of yesterday's plays, videos, and otherwise. College hoops winner. We had Manhattan there yesterday. 113-98 in the video plus 285. That was also a premium play. We will take it there. Again, we're like 30 games over 500. Nice plus money on the season for college basketball. 575 plays deep and still showing a profit. That's how we roll. NBA winner, Pelicans. Get out of the way, folks. Here comes the hot streak in the NBA. I think we've got catch like 2 or 3 in a row in the NBA here. 26-27. We're down $90. And on the ice, boom, boom, boom. Another winner. Bruins buck line. 19-25 plus 250 in the video. And not to be outdone. Do we get the brooms out? Should we bring the brooms in for today? A clean sweep. 3-0, but it was really 2-0. We had Cincy money line plus $2. You probably could have had it better since the line went up, but since I gave out the $2 pick on it. And the Niner under, never in doubt there against the Cowboys. So 3-0 there, 57-54 in the video. Still down 730 in the video, but premium, hey, we did have Cincy and Dallas yesterday, so we split out there. 129-78 on the season. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. I think we're doing okay, NFL. And how about 23 days away, pitchers and catchers, Major League Baseball, and 65 days away from opening day. Wow, man, that's a fast one, man. 65 days. It'll be here in no time. Let's go. Today's action. Light card. Hence, I really had a. Well, not really forced, but I mean, I did bet this game. If you watch Look at Lines last night, I mentioned the Virginia Tech game here in college basketball. Again, 113-98 in the video, plus 285. We'll take it. Virginia Tech minus 2.5 today. NBA Kings. This one's a little. I was looking at the board today. I'm like, you know what? I really don't like a lot here. And I see this Kings Memphis games, 2 hot teams. I was thinking we'll take the home team. But then I see some of the scores. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we get an overtime in here. It's a monster total, too, at 245.5. I mean, it's almost where I have to. It's so high. They're trying to scare me not to take it. So we'll grab that. Sacramento. Nothing on the ice. It is a light cold cash day on the ice. There's 4 games, and we have a 2:30 and a 3:50 fave. So no, thank you. I know people are going to ask. I mean, maybe I'll pick something out of the blue, but I'm not betting any hockey today. And looking ahead till Sunday, we'll go to that Philly Niner under again 45 and 1/2. Oh, I have it only as a this. It says 190 here. That is wrong. It should be a minus 90. I apologize for the. I do make mistakes. I've said it before. It happens when we load these puppies up. All right, so we're going to correct that. That is super. Tim's with us as always, my guy Tim Earl, and I'm sure he'll have some NBA today. Mr. NBA running away on, right? I think you have a pretty good NBA season. No, Tim, come on. Are you
yeah, I am. But you had more wins in the NBA than I did yesterday. I found a way to reverse sweep. Dallas looked good for a while until they choked it away. Denver, Nikola Jokic and Porter got ruled out, and then they shot 51% from the free throw line. And then
free throw shooting coming into play, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
a professional team, I figured, maybe they can hit 80% from free. No, nope. And then Golden State found a way as my best bet to choke away a 15, 17 point lead. Just awful yesterday. I'm done. I'm done betting faves.
But I meant to, I remember we brought up the Dallas game. I'm like, I don't know about that one. I was kind of like, you don't know what you're getting out of Clippers. Like, it's just one of those teams where if they show up, if they're going to come at you, they're a good team. If those two guys play, they'll be in a game. Is what I'm saying.
100%.
And you don't know what you're getting out of them. That's
just rough yesterday. It happens though. It happens. And we won't sell you short. You forgot one thing. You hit both your teasers.
Oh, you know what? I did forget the teasers. I did. I moved them up. I said I had to remember the teasers. Both teasers.
I looked through. I'm like, wait, you hit them all.
We hit the teasers, but okay, we hit both teasers. 10 and 10 with our NFL teaser. Still down $3 because that's what happens when you lay $30 on the things. All right, so again, and then college football, we couldn't catch a break. We went 2-1 every week at college football teasers on the show, and that just goes to show you when you shop around price wise. If they go, you're 500. Yeah, well, here's 500 at minus 130. You're down $3. So you got to go 3 and just to get even. You got to be better than 3-0.
Yep.
So when we talk about, when me and Tim talk about like how our records are different sports or whatever, and you see, it doesn't look terrible. Okay. We just saw that a tie, we're down 300. Here we're one game below, and we have a 90 loss on this NBA, 26-27. NHL, we're 6 games under, but we're up money. So, especially with the way the shops are now, you have it used to be base 105, 110s. Now you got 150, 120, 125 as almost an auto play on some. They juice them up 130s, 140s. Again, I don't like anything over 140. I really don't like. Tops maybe a 150 in baseball, maybe if I don't want to do a run line. Same with hockey.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll have a teaser this week. I try to get in the plus side. We'll go try to pull something out of our hats for the NFL. But
just tease. I would tease Niners and Bengals. That would be my thing. And you can get if it's a 6-point teaser. Both of them are 1.5s. All of a sudden you get 7.5s. That would be kind of how I push it.
The NFL line I saw was a 1.5 last night. I think it's a 2.5 now, or even a 2 for San Fran Philly.
I mean, that really makes, I guess, kind of like no difference in a teaser. 7.5 and 8.5. It's that 8 number, which really you would really need something weird to happen to get a 8-point game. But
at least you're winning if it ends on 7.
Yeah, 100%. And then when the Niners went outright, it won't matter. So
we'll discuss all 4 games of this past weekend and going ahead. Just really quick kind of NFL. Let's just do a quick little NFL recap right now of basically what we saw in the 4 games. So the first game on Saturday was the KC game.
Yep.
And what do we take out of that? That banged up.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
You know, will that be the talking point this week? Much like much like the offensive line of the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, we knew KC was going to win. Were they going to cover basically a 10-point spread? They did for most of the game. Field goal.
Yeah, field goal.
Jags backers winner. The Saturday night game, I said in here it would be Giants maybe hang tough for a half. They could hang close for a quarter. Under never
the first drive and it was over.
Yeah, Eagles looked really good. Yep. Not shocking. You know they won 15 games this year. I mean they could have won 60-1 if Hurts played the whole year. Whatever they were. I mean who did
14-2 or 13-3?
I don't even know. They had a good season. However the case, they lost to the Saints and the Cowboys.
14-3. Yeah, they went 14-3. They lost to Dallas, New Orleans, and Washington.
Yeah, but that was you had a pair of Gardner Minshew games there, so not shocking. Yeah. And then Saturday early, we saw Cincinnati just destroy Buffalo.
Exactly what I expected from Cincinnati.
What we thought we'd see out of Cincinnati. We talked about this all week.
We've been saying it. They're the
since
best
December.
team in the
Since December, like these guys came like
these are the best
on Cincinnati.
100%.
And then Dallas did up. I mean, even we're gonna blame Dak for a bad pick or whatever.
One of his picks was tipped. So
you had a tip pick, you had a bad pass again at midfield there. Whatever. The other one was like a wild one off of like a defender right past the. And that should have been picked. If you didn't tip it, the receiver was there. It happens. What are you gonna do? But you lose Gallup, which is a big thing, and the play calling. Come on, the Dallas play calling is just terrible.
Oh yeah, awful.
And I thought that's why I had a bunch of I thought it'd be a little. I thought it would be under, but I thought we'd see some touchdowns. But McCarthy still. I mean, the hate for Dak is I don't get. I mean, you're playing a great defense.
Yeah, that's probably the best defense in the NFL right now.
You went down the field and carved them up on the first drive. Or second, whatever it was. I mean, it was what, right? The first drive, second drive. When's the first time they went down the field, took a 7-3 lead?
6-3 because Maher still can't make an extra point.
Exactly. Well,
it was blocked, but it would have been shanked anyway.
Yeah. Hey, he still hit the field goals. I mean, he hit them when he.
Yeah.
That didn't even make a difference in the game.
No, it didn't. Not a chance. Nope, didn't make a difference.
And then, that was the night game, right? Dallas Niners.
Yep,
that was a late game. And a quick again. We did look at lines last night. But if you want to rewatch that was a short little show. And this week's championship, we mentioned the lines, a 2.5 in Philly, a 1 in Kansas City. It depends where you're looking for this game. Is it San Fran and you're holding out for 2, 3, whatever kind of points you could get? Is it disrespectful to Philly, who you look at the weekend, they destroyed the Giants. But the Giants, I look at that as the Dallas beating Tampa. You should have destroyed that team because they should have been on the same field with you.
Yeah.
And San Fran just played a tough game. They hung on to win. Let's be honest. That could have gone either way. You got to cover. It could have been a non-cover there.
Correct.
And now you're coming to play Philly. I got to lean under a little bit here. Defense travels. Mm-hmm. Hurts as much as it's gonna be like, oh, Purdy's a rookie in the playoffs. Well, or in the championship game. But Hurts. When's the last time Hurts played in the championship game? I know we're going to talk college football. It's the same. Oh, well, he played college.
Well, we've seen a Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts matchup before.
It was a bowl game.
No, was it a bowl game? I don't think it was, but I remember it was Oklahoma and Iowa State, and it ended up being a 42-41 game, and Oklahoma won with Jalen Hurts.
So I think the talking point will be rookie QB on the road. Is he going to make mistakes? He didn't look that good last week. And you also have you're off a game. Dallas's defense is tough. It's not like it's some crap defense, right? Yeah. Philly defense is pretty good. Is it going to be the same kind of ugly? I still think it's going to be kind of like an ugly kind of low-scoring game based on that because Philly's got a defense. You still got a young quarterback. And sorry about that. And you're off a tough physical game. And Philly's basically off a scrimmage. I mean, I really thought this line at first, depending on the game would come out, if San Fran won, I thought maybe it would be, obviously they did win. It would be maybe San Fran favorite because there's a lot of hype on the San Fran trade. You know, everybody's like San Fran, San Fran, San Fran. Here we go, get another championship game. You know, but I think that I thought it was a little low at an opener. I thought for sure it'd be 3. Even against Dallas, I thought it'd probably open up 3. Just based on Eagles' domination on Saturday night and the winner of this game coming out of you knew it was going to be a dogfight, whether it was going to be a high-scoring one at 38-34 or a low-scoring battle. We saw this. You knew it was going to be a physical, like, kind of crazy game. And to not even be favored by 3 is kind of, like, odd to me. Open up at 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's – and then Cincy has a dog. Yeah, listen, you're not getting arguments on me who would take San Fran. I mean, come on. As I've said before with this coach, he is a problem. He blows leads. And listen, Sirianni's going to I think it's going to be a good game. I just figured the line should open up a little bit higher. 1.5, I think, is total slap in the face to Philly off of their entire season. We talk about Minnesota, no respect. And I even said Dallas. Like, you know, people think Dallas was garbage. They were, 8-2 with a backup quarterback for half the season, quarter of the season. How does Philly? San Fran's played awesome with a third stringer. Why is there zero respect for Philly there at 1.5? I mean, maybe it is respect. Maybe there would have been a dog. Maybe it should have been a dog if
it's Philly at home with against a third string mystery irrelevant quarterback.
But everybody loves San Fran.
And everybody loves Philly. They've been riding Philly all year.
They had a nice.
Philly's the number 1 seed. They're at home going up against a rookie quarterback. What is not more desirable than that? Give me the Niners.
I know exactly, but the line is saying San Fran. It's not even 3 against that. Exactly. You prove my point there. Like, why did not even 1.5?
This is like the perfect spot for Philly, so we go Niners.
And Cincy KC, you got to like kind of Cincy. I mean, right? I mean,
yeah. I don't care. Oh, Mahomes is banged. Everybody's banged up.
Everybody's banged up. It's January. It's this game's gonna take place. It's gonna be February this weekend.
Everybody's gonna overreact, and he'll be fine. I still think Cincinnati's the better team. Cincinnati, because you look at it, Cincinnati wins that game against Buffalo or in the regular season. All of a sudden, they're the number 1 seed, and it's in Cincy.
Yeah, should be in Cincy. This game should be in Cincinnati.
I don't see why. Why wouldn't this one be a neutral site as well? That doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't this one be neutral?
I guess record-wise, right?
Was it that close? Kansas City was 14-3, and they were 12-4.
Yeah,
they win that game. They're 13-4.
They get the win there. They're getting the bye week because they beat KC head-to-head.
Yeah, they win that week 13-4, and they get the bye week. Yeah, exactly. So that doesn't make sense to me. That why would the Buffalo? I mean, Buffalo was what 12-3. They were 13-3, 12. Still, it doesn't make sense that Buffalo was able to get a neutral site against Kansas City and Bengals wouldn't. But that's just me. What do I know?
Let's get these comments rolling in here. See how everybody's doing on a Money Monday. Michael's in the chat. Morning, great Sunday, Michael. I'm sure you're excited as a San Francisco Treat fan. Brio's in the house. Money Man Higgs, what's up? What do you say, my guy? Welcome. MZ comes in. College hoops. She's wasting no time. Colgate -7.5. This line was 5 last night. I kind of like Boston U here. Believe it or not, at 7. I mean, 7. I'll take a home dog. Nevada was a 2 last night. Now a 3.5 over New Mexico. I kind of want to lean New Mexico here because I actually saw a couple 4s out there. Believe it or not, in that game. Alabama State. This line was 2 last night. Now it's up. You got a 4.5 on this now. What is that about? That is crazy. See, normally I'd be like, all right, I'll take a little home team here and kind of an even matchup. The fact it's gone from 2 to 4 overnight. Who is betting? Like, this isn't average people moving that line. I don't know. I mean, if you liked Alabama State, you're happy. You're getting 4.5 now. Me, I'm looking at it like I think Texas Southern's got to win by 10. Like, why is that line like that? I don't know, 0. That's crazy. Crazy one there. Alcorn minus 9.5. I like the dog. I'm going to go Cookman. I'm going to dog it up here. Pine Bluff is playing Grambling home puppy there 3.5. I get it. You want to take that dog? That one Grambling's not terrible, so that one is not one that really jumped out at me. I was more looking at these bigger ones. Cookman at 9, Florida A&M, Boston, Delaware State, Maryland Eastern Shore. Michael, got my Bengals Eagles tickets bought. Got my Cincy 450 AFC tickets and $900 plus $9 Super Bowl tickets. Excellent, Michael. Excellent. Michael, shout out to Shannon for Temple money line. Did not think that would hit. Was that Shannon last? Markel bought that up last night on the show.
Yeah, they won outright. Temple in Houston.
I got to write it down. I got to remember to shout out Shannon if she doesn't come in today. Shannon Temple money line. And I said last time, Markel, I'm like, I said, I don't want to waste money on that. I mean, Houston could win 90-55 or play 55-50. And sure enough, it was 56-55 or something like that. Crazy. I hope Shannon comes in today. I wrote it down though. I'll remember her tomorrow. Speaking of comments, was Nick the other last night said Cincy is the lock of his life. I don't know if that was from yesterday's show or from Look at Lines last night. Michael, NBA Kings money line, Grizzlies on a third straight night, back-to-back 4 and 6, and have the Warriors on the. Okay, that's good. I threw the. Maybe I would have leaned Kings there. 3rd and 4 nights. I like the over 245. That's way. And am I right on these? No, because the last time I saw something crazy like this, it was the Spurs game. I'm like 245. No way, I'll go under, and it sailed over that total. So.
Plus, you got the Grizzlies, who are actually now on 2 straight losses after 11 straight wins, 12 straight wins.
Okay. Yeah, I know they lost 2 in a row. And he says,
"Yeah, well, they lost
Warriors
last
on
night,
deck.
So.
Warriors on deck, and they got bum rushed by them on Christmas too."
Memphis lost last night to Phoenix, and that game was a blowout at one point. It was 62-37 at halftime.
Yes,
and
I see that right now.
2-point game.
Yeah, that's what happens when you score 75 points in the second half. You could kind of close the deficit.
Correct. Yes, Kings today. I kind of lean towards the over in that game too. I don't hate your play with the over, for that one.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good game. I think that's the game of the night. But I like the Kings mostly.
I lean that way too. I was just kind of hesitant, like I was looking at. I'm doing a free pick later with Lenny, and I was like, for NBA, I'm like, the Bucks. I'm not going to lay 11 with the Bucks on the road.
Under.
I sort of want to take Orlando because I think they beat Boston the last couple times they played them. They beat them in like back-to-back times, right? I mean, they've covered them every time. And I don't know. Fourth, am I going for the golden sombrero? I'd rather just pass because we've had them a couple times in the set. That's a pass for me. Bulls of Lane, I want nothing to do with. Maybe Minnesota, I sort of kind of like as a team. They seem to be maybe getting their act together. And Houston's been so bad. Just the law of averages say they're going to have to come close to winning a game and cover.
You see what Houston's done, right?
They've lost like 15 in a row.
18 out of 19. They've covered in 3 of those games.
Exactly. But I can't. I haven't played the other 15 of them, so there's no way I'm jumping on it now where they come and lose by 1 at home. So that's no thank you. The Jazz is, again, a team I don't want to lay 8 with, and I'm not loving anything I see out of Charlotte right now.
Charlotte's won. I'm actually on Charlotte. They won 2 straight. And you trust the Jazz as a dog. They're 20-7 as a dog this year as a favorite, 7-15.
Yeah.
So I'm on Charlotte.
And then you have San Antonio, Portland off of Portland blowing a game last night.
I almost wanted that Portland.
All right.
After getting absolutely humiliated, after blowing a 71-47 lead. Sheesh.
Yeah. And now you're here. Now you're laying basically 10. You need a double-digit win here.
You know what? Although we tried this before when the Clippers got blown out by the Nuggets, we're like, oh, maybe on a back-to-back they'll bounce. Nope. Nope. So I just said, you know what? Nope, not going after it.
Nah, they don't have to.
No.
We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Like the Trailblazers. I don't like them.
There's games
They're not
tomorrow.
A good team this year.
There's other games tonight. You don't got to bet it.
Speaking of teams that should trade, Portland, get rid of Lillard. Blow it up. You can probably get a nice haul from him. Get rid of Lillard.
Yeah,
Don't
go to
waste
the
his career
Lakers.
anymore.
Go to the Lakers.
No, I said don't waste his career.
Michael's coming to Oakland, money line plus 175. I like the Grizzle. I got the Grizzle at a 5.5 last night. It's come down quite a bit. 7-0 versus Detroit in Motown. Baylor over Kansas. Is that line a 1.5? That was a 3 last night, I think. That line's coming down. People betting Kansas. Not shocking. It's Kansas. Nevada 2.5. Nevada undefeated. New Mexico is off that big win. Yeah, I just, the line has moved up now. And I don't know if it's worth it at a 3.5, 4. Like I said, there are a couple 4s out there in New Mexico. 2's, 2.5 is one thing. 4 is a different number. Markel says he can see over in the Kings game with me. Also want to take the Spurs. No thank you to the Spurs, Markel, and good afternoon to you also. The Ninjas in the house. Colgate, Boston, under the 144.
That's over.
Yeah, I'm going to say over for me. My numbers say over there.
Well,
yes, Florida.
He said over. He didn't say under.
Oh, Boston. Oh, I see the big U, so I'm thinking Boston. I just put U's next to thing. Yes, over to 144 Ninja. Yes, sorry. Yes, Florida A&M. I had mentioned them. Nice. Well, they're 12-point dogs now. We'll take them. I was going to say 11.5. They seem to have gone up. Yeah, I was on the Warriors. Had a trifecta and turned off at the half. Check my page and they're down in the 4th. They got up by 13 with 4 to go and lost by 14. Yeesh. Miz coming in once again. Do not bet NBA early. You can't do it. You can't do it. We saw that last night with the what game was that? Moved the Denver game. Denver
Nuggets. They started up at a 6. Nikola Jokic and Porter get ruled out 2.5, and they lose outright. First loss at home since December 6th. Snapped the 15-game win streak.
It's NBA, baby. Poundit's coming in, Anthony. I had Suns +8, Nets +7.5 yesterday. If it looks easy, go opposite for 2-0 days. All right, Nets and Suns. The Nets got there. Suns, not so much. Wait, what was it? Well, yeah, the Nets went outright, so they had to be a win.
Nets and Suns both won outright.
Yeah. Because the Suns were a dog, right? They went down to a dog. How many more days till baseball? 65. Well, 29 opening, or 23 to opening day, or to spring pitchers. How many more days till baseball? 23 to pitchers and catchers.
Yeah. Well, it depends on in terms of spring training starting. You got that. Then you got the World Baseball Classic. That's on March 9th, I believe. And then if you guys are interested in college baseball, I believe that starts late February. So about a month from now.
So March 9th, we'll get some baseball to bet on with the exhibition baseball. And then, spring training games will probably be.
And you'll get college baseball from me too, 100%.
Early college baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I did not take a team off a 45-point beat down. I would bet the Warriors again. No, I agree. I mean, you get smacked like that. We say that all the time. That's one of the rare kind of buy-on spots in NBA, I think. Really all sports. I mean, more NBA, but any pro team off a humiliating loss. Rise above anything. What do you say? Took the Bengals first half. Never in doubt. Never in doubt, Cincy. I don't know. And I was a big Bills backer to start the season. By December, we were all Cincy money. And good morning to you as well. Markel missed that line at 9.5 for Spurs, now dropped to 8. Hey, listen, you get 9.5 for Spurs tonight, it's fine. 8, I don't know. Like we just said, you blow a big game. Do I really want to bet Portland to win by 10? Not really. Don't have to bet it. Monday fun day, easing into the week. That's what we do. Tate the Great. Ninjas coming in. Norfolk, Morgan State over 144. Maybe lean under on this one. And sidewise, I don't know, 4.5. Maybe I want to take Morgan, but Norfolk is the top dog in this conference. Bengals defense look great. Yeah, they have a decent defense, and let's not forget Buffalo has not played a really good defense down the stretch. I mean, they're playing Miami, who fell apart. And on top of that, these guys are playing angry ball. Oh, you got lucky. We sold out all the tickets for KC and Buffalo next week. Disrespect button works sometimes. Troy Lenny hitting the adult button like an adult. Already bet the Bengals and Niners. So no matter who you bet this weekend, you're taking in 2 dogs, you're taking in 2 faves. Chances are you're going to be on the public side. There's 2 games. Now, are you going to be on the right side? Are you on before the line move, before everything starts pouring in and cats on TV start giving you their 2 cents? 2 made turnovers. I say, yeah, one was bad. The other was whatever. I mean, let's be honest. They make a stop on that last drive, get the ball back a little more time. It is what it is. It is what it is. You move on, Rise. That's all we can do. Dak is not that dude, says Troy Lenny. This coming from a guy who likes Jared Goff. I mean, really. Markel, I'm definitely going under Eagles game. Michael Brown's in the house saying, what's up to me and Tim? Pounded anything, got the Eagles -1.5. Rise above anything. Frisk has to keep Hurts off the field to run the football. Yeah, they do. But again, you're going to hear about the Eagle run defense not being that good. Put them on the field, they'll be good. When you jump out to leads on teams, they tend to pass more. So I think their run defense is pretty decent. Michael says Philly has a great shot. Why don't they have a great shot? They have home field and basically a pick 'em at home with a great pass rush rookie quarterback. I mean, you saw the pass rush yesterday get to Purdy. I mean, Purdy wasn't great. I mean, take away that Kittle bounce off his face juggling catch. He come on. Bengals going to beat them, I believe, says Rise Above against Kansas City. They beat them 3 straight times. Right? I mean, they're in their heads, to say the least. Now, it's tough to beat a good team. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Kansas City defense leaves a little bit to be desired, much like Buffalo. Would I much rather this game be a 3 and get a couple points with Cincy than a pick 'em or a 1? Absolutely. Purdy had his first bad game. It's hard to win in Philly. I mean, he had a bad game last week too. Or yesterday. Was it a great game? What are we missing there, Pound? There wasn't a super game yesterday by him. It scored a touchdown 2 seconds into the fourth quarter. So they put a point on the board. Since he has their number, yes, they do. Rise Above. Michael Brown says fact to something I said. I don't know what it was, but it's probably a fact. Detroit, everybody's banged up for sure, and everyone has high ankle sprains. Here we go. Everybody's going to be talking about this high ankle sprain. I might have to come in do Chiefs alternate line -8 as they win by 14. Detroit Lenny still likes the Bengals. Rise above anything. I think Mahomes' injury is worse than high ankle sprain. Looked awful, but I'm no doctor. He didn't look terrible. I mean, it was what it was. Could it be worse? We'll find out during the week. Let's not dismiss Chad Henne. Like, you'll know tomorrow if Henne's getting a lot of reps. Changes the whole defensive plan for sure. You got Henne back there. You don't have to worry about Mahomes like a scrambler back there. Big Waves is in the house. Good morning, Big Waves. Morgan State +6. It's a 6 now? It's 6. It's just 4. It was 3.5. Someone put 4. Now it's 6. 6. Holy cow. Alabama State. I think I like Alabama State here, right? As a 4. Yes. Wave play today is Detroit versus Oakland. Wow, there's some Oakland love in here, some Grizzle love. There is some Grizzle love in here. Michael, I like the Eagles because the best part of the day is their run deep, and the 49ers need to run the ball. CMC is banged up. Niners will struggle against running quarterbacks. What good running quarterbacks have they faced? I mean, who do these guys play? Or who's a real kind of running quarterback? Where's their schedule? Let's see. Arizona in week 1. Murray. Vegas, no. Washington, no. Seattle, no. Tampa, no. They beat Miami with a running quarterback. New Orleans, definitely no. Arizona, again, no. Chargers, no. Rams, heck no. Kansas City got them, but that's Kansas City, and that's a game we had Kansas City. Kansas City off the Buffalo game. You knew what was going to happen there. Atlanta, definitely no. Carolina, definitely not a running quarterback. Rams, no. Denver, I guess was Russell Wilson's running quarterback, 11-10. No. Bears, Justin Fields in the opening week, though it's 19-10. That's more of a monsoon and the fact that it was Trey Lance. I don't know if they struggle against running quarterbacks, so I don't think they've seen one. No. Stephen Porter in house. Hope you're having a great day. I told you Niners would not lose. Made $10,000 on that game. Just paid off my student loans. What a great weekend. Come on, Stephen. 10-dimer. All right. Listen, I like Dallas. It happens. I'll be against some people sometimes. Bills need another running back for a better run game. Yeah, rise above. Well, you could have traded for one, but you didn't. You didn't. And we saw the second half out of Allen. Total regression without his coach. I said over the weekend, Daniel Jones was a turnover machine, fumbling, interceptions, totally flipped the script from last year to this year. And what did Josh Allen do? Went backwards. Michael, I'm a Raiders fan. I don't hate the Niners, just their fans. Detroit, in case he has a better record, why wouldn't they have home field? Oh, Detroit Landing, we figured that out. Joe Chris, Baylor, Kansas. I like the Bears. Pounded Sports. My theory is, why is that neutral site if NFL's politics, since the players are the bad boys, the NFL Chiefs are the good guys? No, it should be. I mean, we've gotten over this. The Buffalo game on Monday should have been a Buffalo forfeit. Their guy got hurt. Sorry, it's a loss for you. That's it. Tony, offensive line let you down? For who? What offensive line? Which team? The Cowboy offensive line let you down? Allen M is happy as if that Buffalo won. Yeah, where is Allen? He was all over Buffalo yesterday. Phoenix has a lot of catching up to do. Phoenix who? The Suns here? Delaware State women. Come on, big waves. Erickson has not happy with my NFL yesterday. I got caught up with the public dog nonsense. Let's pay for that. You can't do public dogs in the NFL playoffs or in the NCAA tournament, for that matter. I mean, bet your NCAA tournament games on a Sunday when the lines come out. Don't get wrapped up at the book. You can't. You're going to be on a public dog. You're going to be on a fave. There's 4 games. Whatever. Come on. Oh, the money's coming in here. Oh, really? What does that mean? Who's it coming from? Steven had to lay off the NBA. They didn't see much support. Yeah, NBA. No, thank you, Steven. What was I thinking back at Dak? I know better. Was not a bad one. I mean, I'm surprised the line wasn't higher. It's not Dak. It's McCarthy. McCarthy's a terrible coach. And Pollard got hurt. It's a big part of the offense. Porter Mahomes should be fine. Long story, but he's a friend of mine. I got to talk to him after the game. I'm coming in here with this. Come on, Steve. Carm, you remember Cincy South Florida easy money? I told you so. When did you say this? On what day was this? Cincy South Florida. Carm, you can't come in days after the fact. I've already thrown out papers from 2 days ago. Or 4 days ago. Because Cincy played Memphis. I'm not a God fan. He's nothing more than a bridge to the future, says Detroit Lenny. Yeah, a bridge to nowhere. It's a bridge. It's a bridge you walk off of like a lemming. You fall right into a cliff. A big pit of darkness. It's like Pitfall, Lenny. You're old enough to remember Pitfall. Michael, thoughts on Whiskey Northwestern? Why is Northwestern a 3-point fave here? Is the Whiskey kid back? Right? I mean, their leading scorers back in the mix. Is he playing? Lal is back. I don't know why they're favored. Maybe because they haven't played in a bit. I don't know. I would lean on Wisconsin. How about that? Definitely lean under here. I mean, I know it's low 123, but under. Rise Above. Like the show first time here. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for coming and watching, giving us a shot. Listen, Rise, I'm going to give you a couple games I like. And if I like something else, why I like it or not like it. If you like something I'm not on, if I didn't bet it, then bet what you want to bet. I don't want to talk you off a game you're going to bet on. But you're going to get, my show's a little different than everybody else's. I'm not going to come in here and run down a bunch of statistics and all types of different things for whatever. That's not what we do. There's other places for that. Mine's a old school talk radio call-in talk show. Eric, Niners schedule's complete joke. It is, but you can only play who's in front of you. And they beat them. Wanda LaFlaca. Does this mean skinny Wanda if my translation is correct? Baylor Vatek, which parlay you like? I like Baylor and Vatek. You put them both in a parlay? I mean, I don't like parlays. Best way to go 1-1, 2-team parlay, but I like both of those teams, Wanda. Big X is in the house. What's up with our guy Dak? Terrible. Again, can we blame one? He had a bad interception. Yes. Pollard goes out, it's bad. Mike McCarthy's a terrible coach. I said this beginning of the season. I didn't like this team. I said under, although that came back to bite me in the butt. Thoughts on Northwestern. I lean Wisconsin. I like Virginia Tech. Okay, so Duke. Yeah, let's take Duke. They're good. Rise above. Since you're playing with a big chip. Exactly. No respect for Cincinnati. Last I checked, they're in the Super Bowl last year. Had a chance to win it, too. Big X, we definitely need a new coach. He's like, I know it's terrible. Yeah. It's all right. Next year when they're in third place, see what happens. Maybe they make a change. TJ Harvey, late Miss. I read this as like late my thighs, but it's late Mr. Higgs. Any hockey tonight? Not loving the hockey ticket today. I mean, and just look at where we run into in hockey today, TJ. We have a basically a 350 favor in Calgary. That's definitely a scratch off to me. A no. Toronto's laying 250-ish. I don't want to get involved with that one. I don't like the Rangers. I would probably lean Panthers, if anything, in that game. And we could take the Sabres. You want to take you think Sabres got a shot here? I would be more inclined to go over to 6.5 in that game. Ryan's versus Philly offense is a deciding factor, right? Yeah. I mean, their defense is good. I don't think it's going to be some kind of crazy shootout. But to play the same kind of game they just played against Dallas is asking a lot. Where Philly's off a scrimmage. Come on. They had a scrimmage and a bye week. Whoever came in here was going to have a tough time. You're just banged up from that kind of game. Islanders under. Now you're going to do Islanders under. Okay. I mean, again, I'm not betting in the ice today. Nothing even worthy of a lean and a free pick to throw up here. Don't like the ice. Don't like the ice. Got it. Point take. Yes. All right. So for me in the chat, Vatek, NBA Kings over. No hockey. Niners, Eagles under. There you go. Hey, TJ, you don't got to take it. I'm just saying for me, and there's just days like this. And people come in, you're like, this game, we have 20 college hoops. There's a half dozen, 10 NBAs. There's 30 games today. I bet 3 college basketball games. And a couple maybe piqued my interest, but I'm not going to bet them. If you already put your money on something, go ahead. I'm just going to give you my 2 cents. Maybe it saves you. Maybe it pushes you to something else because you like something, but you weren't going to bet it and you heard me talk about it to somebody else. You're like, oh, you know what? He's reassuring me. Lane's coming in. What's up? I'm on Oakland, Boston over to 152.5. Bet that last night. Oklahoma, Boston. Oakland, Boston. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be Detroit. Okay, so that's fine. It's 153 now. I don't mind going over that if you want to go Oakland. Grizzle Titans there. Arkansas and Pine Bluff under the 134 against Grambling. Yes, and you hit the like button before you go back to work. I appreciate it, Lane. Corey Jones is checking in as always, leaning in a Rockets. Kings, yes. Hawks and Bucks, I got nothing on. I mean, the King. That's it, Corey. I'll just agree with your Kings. I got the over in the chat. The other ones, I'm not looking at. I don't want to lay 11 with the Bucks on the road. Grace is coming to Northwestern. I got to lean the other way. Again, did not bet it. I should probably say Northwestern because why is this line? It was a 3. I guess it's come down. Brandon the Great's in here with a little Kansas talk. I like the Bears out of Baylor. Bulls money line. This is, I mean, against the Hawks. I don't want anything to do with this game. I would lean Atlanta, believe it or not. It looks like everybody's taking Chicago here. I don't want to. No, thank you. No thanks. You know, unless you have a really strong, you know, we talk about like public kind of games. NBA teams that are basically pick'ems -1 at home, they're always just overwhelmingly bet. I would just bet opposite of those all season long. And at the end of the year, you'll probably be up money. And the world is on Chicago right now. All right. It's Monday. You know what that means? Last Woody with Allie Burns. You don't want to miss that. Again, Virginia Tech, Kings over. That's it. That's your Monday show. Back on Tuesday.